Let's go. Okay. My name is Josue Cruz. Hold on, I looked at you.
It's all good.
My name is Josue.
Baby, I know that you think I don't like you. It's crazy how I want you when you're like, nah. You say I have my hopes, nowhere to go. You still looking at me, so here I go.
My name is Josue Cruz, and this is Vibing with Alex.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a Latin American. No, hold on. How would I say? I'm a Dominican American male from Lawrence, Massachusetts. I'm 26 years of age, and music is my passion.
Okay. So music is your passion, right? How do you feel about it?
What do you mean?
How do you feel about music? Why is it your passion?
I feel like with music, I can say words that I'm afraid to say, words that don't usually always come out. Like if I want to say something through music, I get it, I say it, I get it heard, listened to, and people react to it. Instead of just plain simple conversation, I add some rhythm to it and they enjoy what I say.
All right. So you do it, one, because it makes you feel good, but you also feel like you can express yourself more.
Yes.
Okay. What is your biggest inspiration for? Like, what inspired you to start, and what keeps you going?
Well, the way it first started was I tried to like flirt with somebody. So I didn't know how to tell them. So I would just play like one of those like Daddy Yankee, Don Omar songs, and I'll be like singing it to them. Like when I remember, what song was it? Pobre Diabla by Don Omar. And I'll go and the girl was like, she looked like she was depressed. So I go to her, be like, Pobre Diabla. And then like from there I just started going. People were like, oh, you should try it. So then I started writing, and from writing, people started listening to it. They started enjoying it. They would tell me like, oh, put videos, record, and all that stuff. And I was like 13 at the time. I was kind of shy, brand new to the Dominican Republic. So I was like, nah, I kind of don't.
You just kind of shied away from it.
Yeah, like I faded away. But then I went back and I started performing, and it was a struggle to try to find a studio to record. And then back in the days, not like now we have a whole bunch of technology.
Yeah.
So,
what's your favorite song? Out of all the ones you have produced, which one's your favorite?
My favorite? I don't think I have a favorite yet, because it always changes. Every time I make a new song, that's like my new favorite. But if I was to pick one, it'll be On My Own.
On Your Own? Do you know it?
Yeah, I know it.
Sing us a little bit of it. Just a little bit.
It goes, I'm on my own, trying to find my way to be able to say to you.
Okay. Is that in an album?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
That's in the 913 album.
The one that just came out this year, or was it last year? I forgot.
It came out last year.
August, right?
September.
Oh, okay. I know the date September, but I thought it came out in August.
September, the 913, as September 13, that's when it came out.
Okay. Who do you think is your biggest supporter?
My biggest supporter, I gotta honestly say, is like, I don't have one.
Yeah.
I have like many. Like I have, like my friends, they support me. They tell me when something's bad, when I'm off key. I used to have like a dead-on supporter, but bye. And then that's about it. Like I wake up, I look at everybody. They all like have my backs. They'll be like, yo, that song was fire. Or keep on going, keep doing it. So I feel like I have support from everybody. Like I don't have just one supporter. But if I was to pick one main supporter, it's myself.
Yourself? Okay. So I heard something a little interesting while you were talking there. You said you had one dead-on supporter. What does that mean, and who was it?
it was like that person that would like breathe, sleep, and eat. Just telling me like, yo, did you finish your song? Did you write it? Is it recorded? Like things like that.
Who was it?
It was my one of my it was a friend. I didn't want to talk about it.
All right, I won't dig.
No, I'll say it. It's just fuck. Okay. Where do I go from?
What's his or her name?
Oh, her name is Nicole.
Nicole?
She was always there.
Okay, so that was your dead-on supporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had somebody that was really close to me. Her name is Jenny.
Jenny?
Yeah, like she would like stay with me till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, just writing music. Sometimes she would just play like a beat and be like, "Oh, go freestyle," and then I'll freestyle. And then there was this one time that I freestyled, and then one of my freestyles, I went to her and I'm like, "Oh, this girl sitting." I forgot how it went, but it was like this girl sitting on my couch. She friend zoned me, so she doesn't want nothing. And then like a couple weeks later, we ended up like dating.
Who was Jenny the friend zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was kind of like spontaneous, like poof.
Yeah. So your biggest supporter at one point was Nicole. Over time, that kind of faded away, and then it became Jenny.
Yeah, and then to this day, she's still my supporter. But
Which one?
Jenny.
Jenny? Okay.
Jenny's still my supporter. It's just now, we each have our own lives to live and stuff like that. So.
But no bad blood, nothing
bad
too
blood.
serious, nothing crazy.
She still supports me. She still asks and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I make sure that I show her the songs before I release them. Make sure that she's not like okay, like oh I need her approval, but like she gives me her feedback. I'll be like, yo, how does this sound? I still take her
feedback.
Yeah, I still take her feedback like very. Oh my God, I don't know the word. I still take her feedback very, very, very.
Take her criticism, you take it and you apply it.
Yeah,
right, you put it
like
into
I take
your
it very
music.
serious.
Yeah,
like I take it to consideration.
There you go.
That's the word.
There you go. I was gonna say that, but I want it to be natural in your own words. So let's talk about your style for a second. What do you think of it? Like, why do you dress the way you do?
It's something different. Like people look at me and they be like, "Oh, that doesn't look right," or "That's a girl's shirt." I'll be like, "Yo, to be honest, it says men in the back." It's just that. It's just that some people are very, like, not into fashion.
Yeah.
So those that are not into fashion, like they won't know what's up. But I like to be different. So when they see me, they'll be like, "Oh, that's Josue. Like that's that kid that dyes his hair blonde all the time. That's the one that's been painting his nails. That's the one."
Let's talk about that. You dye your hair, you paint your nails. Obviously, you know that some people might think that's odd or it's weird. Well, how do you feel about that? Knowing that when people look at you that way, they might think negatively about you.
I really don't let it faze me. I've been dyeing my hair I've been blonde for almost 10 years already, and it's just like it sections me out of the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes you unique.
Yeah, so like if it's 10 of us, they'll remember that one kid with the blonde hair and the painted nails. But it also goes with my character. Like I'm just like wild. I like to have fun. I like to like. There's no word that describes me. It's like words.
Yeah.
Describe me type of thing. So I just let it go on my fashion.
Okay. So we talked about your passion. We talked about your biggest supporters. We know how you started with music. How long have you been doing that?
So I've been writing music since I was 10. I applied it and started like performing and like getting my own like beats and stuff like that when I was 13. But not till I was 18 was when I was able to record my first song, which I recorded in my basement.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know how to produce. I didn't know how to do anything. I just went, connected everything, went on YouTube, find out how to do things, and then just went at it. I recorded the first song. People liked it, and then from there on, I was just like, let's just go forward. And then now, I have like my own studio, like my own producer with a studio and everything that I go to. And from there, I'm just trying to build up, see if sooner or later I make my own company.
Yeah, that's good. Do you feel like, I mean, obviously it's difficult, but how does that, you let that phase you? Because, you know, that's a hard thing. You're starting from nothing. You know, you started recording a couple songs in your basement. Now you're up there. You have your own producer that has his own studio. And I know you made what? How many albums at this point?
I've made one album, like official, my debut one. And then I made like probably like 4 or 5 mixtapes before that.
Yeah. And how hard do you think that's been from beginning to where you are right now?
To be honest, the more I work, the harder it gets. Because it's like I'm my own competition. My next project has to be better than the old project. Like, it can't be the same, it can't be less. Like, I don't want to go and make a song and people be like, oh, this album was trash, last album was best. But sometimes we have our downfalls, we have our ups, our downs, you know. But it's just like, there's no such thing as this being easy. It's always hard, always. Every day, every breath is hard.
Yeah. Do you remember your first performance?
Yes, I do.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So my first performance was in the Dominican Republic. It was for the it was for the they call it over there the carnaval. Obviously over here will be carnival, but the carnival is like more like a circus over here. So it's more like a festival. You have like little people like dressed up, wandering around. They play music, that like festival music. So one time I went and I was like, I want to perform there. And one of my friends, he was like, all right, I'm gonna get you on there. He got me on there. I wasn't even ready. I just said I wanted to. He got me on stage. I grabbed 2 of my friends, like 2 other girls that were friends. I was like, yo, just come up stage with me and you guys are gonna be my dancers. When I went there, I started singing. In one part, I lost like my lyrics. So I just threw something in there. I saw everybody like vibing, having fun, jumping up and down. And I'm just there like dancing with everybody, going crazy. And everybody liked it. And then when I got off of there, from there to now, it's all magic.
Yeah.
Like, it's all been good.
So that was in the Dominican Republic. How about here in Lawrence? Like, when was your first like local hometown performance?
My local, it was, I'm gonna say it was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Probably.
How old are you?
4 or 5, 26.
You were 22?
No, I think it was before that. I think I was 21.
21, okay.
Yeah, I was 21. Because I remember my first performance was at a nightclub.
What was the name?
In Malaya's nightclub.
Malaya's, okay. Off of Essex Street, right?
Off of Essex Street with Newberry.
Okay.
No. It's Newberry with, I don't know the other street. But you could just turn off of Essex, you'll find it. On Newberry Street. 2 Newberry Street. That club is popping.
Yeah.
So it was there. I remember one time I went to the club and I found it nice. I would go and see other artists perform and I was like, oh, if they can perform, I can too. I called the owner. I was like, yo, what do I need to do to be able to perform at your spot? We talked about it. He said, oh, I like what you do. I like your style. Come ahead, go do it. And then I was the headliner. So I did it. That performance was fun. I had people jumping. I went and sang like a slow song, called somebody from the stage, sat them down, gave them a little lap dance.
What was the name of the song?
It was actually Take You Down by Chris Brown.
Take You Down, okay.
Take You Down. I gave them that little lap dance. I sat her down, gave her a lap dance. I don't know if her boyfriend was there, but if he was there, I guess he either left or he was okay with it. But I didn't do nothing first. I keep it all professional.
Yeah.
I just like to have fun, make people enjoy their time. There was no downtime. There was like 2 songs that I sang that the crowd didn't even let me sing because they were singing it for me. Like whenever I was trying to say a word, they were like doing it. It was kind of funny.
What song?
It was She Would Never Know.
That's yours.
That's mine.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
Sing me a little bit.
The way I feel about this girl, she would never know. She would never know.
Okay. I also know, who was it? I think it was like a year or two back that you opened for someone who's actually famous. They're out there, they're big, and I think he's in rock. Is it Rock Nation Latino?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Mosa La Para?
Mosa La Para.
Okay, so you opened for him. That was
Yeah.
big, I remember.
Yeah.
How did that feel to you?
That was kind of funny because I was just watching TV, and then my dad was talking to me about making Spanish music or collaborating with like Spanish artists, and I was like, oh, but the thing is, I was down for it, but the thing is that I didn't know how to communicate with them, because when you start off, it's hard to contact like those upper people and all that stuff, and then out of nowhere, I look at my phone, and the owner of Malaya sends me a message, and I'm like, okay. Instead of replying to the message, I call him. I'm like, what happened? He's like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. And I'm like, what? He's like, I need you to open up for Mozart. I was like, Mozart? Which Mozart? He's like, Mozart La Para, the Dominican singer. I was like, word? No doubt, so let's do it. So I had no hesitation. I didn't ask for no information. I didn't know if I was going at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if I was going at 2 in the morning. I just said, let's do it. So when I go, first off, they spelled my name wrong on the flyer.
They spelled it wrong?
They spelled it wrong.
How do they spell it?
So my name is Josue, Josue. They spelled Josua, Joshua.
Wow, so Joshua.
So I laughed about it, but I wasn't mad about it because I still didn't have a name. Now I do, but I didn't have a name at the time. I was down to do whatever name they put me. That's the name I would go with. And then I stepped on stage, and I remember it. I went and I sang this song, and then there was this girl like in the front that she was hating, and
She was hating?
Yeah, she was hating on me. So I was like, I'm not gonna let it faze me because not everybody's a supporter. You have haters too.
Yeah, the haters also make you famous though, because
haters are the biggest fans.
Yeah, because they give you publicity. Good or bad publicity is publicity.
Yeah, because they hate on you and they show somebody else, but they hate it, but the other person probably likes it.
Yeah.
So they were hating, and it was crazy because like as I'm singing, I'm watching, I'm still having a time of my life, and everybody else too. The crowd kicked them out.
The crowd did.
The crowd took them out. Like, not security, the crowd did. Like, they just went, they started pushing her to the back all the way till I literally saw her, like, leave through the door. I was like, that's real. That's real fans.
And that made you feel good?
Hell yeah. When they told me that, I had to change the song. Like, the next one, the one that I had planned to take for them, and they were like, oh, what song are you going to do? And I just gave them a brand new one. Like, never released, never performed, nothing. Like, I gave them a brand new one. And they were vibing, they were all jumping, they were all having fun. And that just makes me feel good inside because it's like, this job is all about the fans.
Yeah. I like it. When's your next performance?
Right now, I just started the year.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I have a performance coming up in February, hopefully.
Okay. It's not set in stone yet.
It's not set in stone.
But you're working on it.
But it's working on it, and then I'm also working on a little national tour for everybody.
Okay.
With the new album.
Yeah.
So the new album releases, the tour is gonna come like a month after. And if everything goes good, with God like always ahead, and then all my supporters, as long as you guys keep on supporting me, I will always give you guys what you guys want.
Yeah. That's good. Let's talk about your basement studio. I know you mentioned that a few minutes ago. How did that come to be?
So my basement studio, how do you do it? My aunt finished coming from the Dominican Republic, and when she came, we had no space for her to stay, so I gave her my bedroom, and I started building in the basement. Like that room, we had like a room in the basement. The room in the basement was like a storage room. I cleaned it out. I saw the space, and I was like, I can actually sleep here for a little bit. So I stepped there, and then as I slept there, I kind of had a lot of space. I had nothing to do with it, so I would buy a fish tank. I'll do all this stuff, and I'll make it creative, and then I'll still write. And then, it hit me. I was in the basement, so from the basement to upstairs, not a lot of sound will go through. So like, why don't I just start recording here? So I got my little equipment, set it up, and I was there, and then I'll have my friends come by and they look at it and be like, oh, why don't you turn that into a studio or whatever? And I'll tell them, I'm like, oh, because I sleep here. So once my aunt moved out and then I got my bedroom back, I go back downstairs and I look at it, and then it hit me. I was like, yo, let's go at it. So I built the little booth. I got the little, I built my recording table. I got everything set, got a little couch, made it like a little vibing place for when I'm not working on music. Then I'm either writing or with my boys and stuff like that, just vibing out, playing some beats, freestyling on everybody. Even if they didn't know how to sing or rap, they learned that day.
Yeah, it was good. So you started again from nothing.
From nothing.
And you built it up on your own.
Yeah, and then starting from nothing is it makes me look back, and that's what keeps me always humble with everything. I just look back. I had some Adidas sandals that you look at it and you probably think that you gave it to a 5-year-old type of thing, and I still have it. They're still broken. I know for Christmas this year or last year, 2018, they gave me sandals because they wanted me to let go of my old sandals. They're like, yo, here's some new sandals. And I told them, I didn't get sandals because I didn't have the money. I just didn't get sandals because these remind me where I came from. Obviously, I don't wear the sandals to go out, but I had them there. And it's just there's some things that you hold on to. And those sandals were there from the beginning all the way to the end. Yeah.
So I know you're not necessarily starting off, but you're not at the point where this is your full-time job yet, right?
Yeah, no.
So what do you do for income currently?
For current income, I'm actually a manager at McDonald's.
Okay. Which McDonald's?
The one in Salem, New Hampshire, right there by Target. It's sometimes I want to leave, but then if it wasn't for McDonald's, the 913 album wouldn't have came out. Because I see the people that come, the people that go, the diversity of people, the diversity of everything that happens. So that I grab some inspirations from there. There's some people that are there. One time I remember at work, I was having a very bad day, just clogged, and this customer just came up to me out of nowhere. And he takes out a piece of paper and he puts 9 dots. He's like, connect the dots without none of them touching, and close it. And I was like, all right, it sounds pretty easy, so I do it or whatever. And then once I finish it, he says, that's wrong. And I'm like, why is it wrong? He's like, think outside of the box. And I'm like, yeah, but this is just that. He's like, you got this whole sheet of paper and you prefer just to connect it simple lines. Why don't you do, he'll grab it, to connect dots, he actually made a picture out of it. He's always think outside the box. And since that day, everything I do now is not normal, basically. Nothing in my life has been normal since that day, because there's so much you can do with so little.
Yeah. So that goes to show, while you're working, let's say, full-time on your music, you're also working full-time to keep up with everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I obviously know you're probably making some type of money with music.
Making a little here and there.
Yeah, but a little here and there is better than nothing.
Yeah.
So you're at least using your passion, and it's making some type of income for you, whether it's your main income or your side income. At one point, you're going to want it to be your main.
Yeah.
And, honestly, with all the work that you put in, you probably will get there. You've been doing this how many years now?
Well, I've been doing music, since 10, so 16 years.
Yeah, so 16 years worth of work. And in the past, let's say 6 years, you come out with some albums, some mixtapes, and you've done a few performances. Eventually, you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I know you also won an award where you had to fly out to California.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
That was an experience.
I want to know details of the trip.
Okay. So, I go to sleep. I wake up one day and I receive this email. You have been nominated for Best pop R&B pop song of the year was, I believe, was 2016. So I go, I'm hyped, like I'm about to cry type of thing. And the first thing they say is like, oh, if you want, you could bring a friend. When they said we bring a friend, like that made everything, I basically blanked out because I'm like, oh man, who am I going to take? Like I could only bring one friend, like I got so many, who am I going to take? So I start asking people, I'm like, yo, you guys down to go? They're like, yeah. But then I'll tell them like, yo, you have to pay this much. Like as in for the ticket to get in.
Yeah.
So it ended up happening that some of them bailed. So I'm already, like, after I'm positive, the day comes, some of them bail. I'm already, like getting negative in my head. And I'm like, then that's when Nicole came in. And then she'll like keep on, like, keeping me positive. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, if they didn't go, it's still an award. Like, it's still you. Like, you did all this work. Like, go ahead, go do it. So I ended up going with a friend of mine at the time. And it was just me and her. We went to the awards. I received my award. I didn't know I was also nominated Artist of the Year too. But I didn't get that award, but it was fine.
What was the name of the award? Like the whole ceremony as a whole?
It was called the Academia Awards.
Okay. Do you know who like hosted it or who like manages all of that? No.
To be honest. But then we went there, I went with her. Yo, I've never seen somebody so drunk.
No?
I'm talking about, like, she got so drunk, it was funny. Like, it killed my drunk.
Okay, so it killed your vibe.
Like, I was still having fun, though.
Yeah.
But it was like, it sobered me up so quick. Like, I've never been so sober in my life.
Yeah.
And then, like, we had the awards. I met people. There was people there that liked my work. They still talk to me to this day to like collaborate with them. I've collaborated with some. I don't think they've released anything yet. So there's like collaborations in the works. And then like recently I just won another one for the new song that I released, the Tener Tu Cuerpo one.
Mm-hmm.
My first ever Spanish song. Was like half Spanish, half English.
Yeah.
But the first one ever. That's the one that everybody's like jamming to right now. And it's just like, just never give up, you know what I mean? Dreams come true if you believe.
Yeah, so that song, I know it hit the radio. I heard you on the radio. The local radio, was it called Power 200 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did that come to be?
So, the radio station heard it. And then when they heard it, I forgot who it was. Somebody called them. And they're like, oh my God, you should play that again. And then, who was it? I believe it was my mom. Mom was like, oh, contact them. Because I changed my number a lot. So to contact me is like it's not mission impossible, but it's like kind of rough. You either got to email me, that will always stay the same, or like, I have like one number that stays the same, but that's like the business number. You know, some people don't have it. So I called them. I was like, oh, like they didn't know it was me. I called them, I'm like, yo, can you play Josue's song? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, who would you like to give a special shout out? And I would like to give a shout out to the radio station for playing my song. And they're like, oh, that's you. And then like they played the song. They stayed with me on the phone. They told me to pass by their station. I passed by. We spoke a little bit. We were all having fun. And then out of nowhere from there, they were like, oh, come tomorrow at like 5 o'clock. I was like, wait, what? And they're like, show up at 5. I had to work. So yeah. I didn't say no. You know, I was like, all right, let's go. While I was driving home, I'm over here thinking like, oh man, how am I going to make this work? So I just let the day go by. I go to work. When I go to work, I tell them, I just say at my job, I'm like, yo, I got to leave at 5. I'll be back by 7. And they're like, why? And I'm like, I just got to go. So when I left, I told one person in McDonald's, like, yo, tune into this station. So when I left, like my friends, my family, like everybody that like knew me were there, and then they were listening to the station. I posted it up on Snapchat too, though. Like on my social media, I mean. It was Snapchat, Twitter. And then they were listening to it, and And then, they were asking me questions. We were just there laughing, having fun. And it was time to pick up calls. When it's time to pick up calls, that was like the most nerve-wracking. Like, I'm thinking that I'm gonna have like people hated and everything, but those lines went crazy. Like, when I talk about crazy, like I've never received so many phone calls in the 26 years I have of life. I've never received so many as that day. Like the we were able to take a few because the phone lines crashed of how many calls there was. I was just so excited, so happy. And then when I get out of the booth, like, my girlfriend at the time called me. She's like, "Oh my God, I heard you. I was trying to call, but it didn't want to go through." I was just like there, like, damn, like, this is like a dream come true. Like, this is all I ever wanted,
Yeah. The calls that you answered, what did they say to you?
I remember there was this lady that called, and she was like, "Oh my God, he's so good, that this is and that. You guys should play him more." And I'm dead thinking, and it happened to be my mom.
Who's your mom?
I was like, "Yo, why she calling?" Like, I'm not saying don't call, but I'm like, come on, let other people call.
Yeah.
And then there was this other one that called. She's like, "Josue, I love you. Keep on doing your thing." And I was just there. And then there was like, I think there was a guy that called. He's like, "Yo, that's my boy. That's my boy." I don't know who it was. Like, I can't like remember. But I'm just there. I'm like, if he said I'm his boy, then that's my boy too. It was exciting.
Yeah. Did they? You don't have to pay him or anything for that, right?
No.
Okay. Good. And all right, so we talked about how you started, your favorite song, biggest supporter, and a little bit of the history of your performances, first ones, and interviews you've done in the past, besides this one. What does your family think about what you're doing?
My family restricts me.
They restrict you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Why? Why do you feel that way?
I feel like they restrict me because it's like they don't control my creative like needs or like what I want to do, but it's like I respect them so much that my music was always clean. Like, in my music, you don't hear me swear, you don't hear me talk dirty, nothing like that. But then the other day, I sat down with my mom. That's the one that I respect to the max. Like, my mom and my dad. I sat down with them and I told them, like, "Listen, you guys know that this is my career, right?" They're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "You guys gotta understand that sometimes I gotta be sexual, sometimes I gotta say words that I don't really mean, but it's music." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we know that." So once they told me that, I started making music the way I really wanted to, with no strings, nothing, like free. And once that happened, it's just like, boom. Like, I went from being like this little artist that's coming up to like this artist that why isn't he found? But I don't want to sign with nobody.
You want to sign with nobody?
Nah, I kind of want to make it. I don't want to say by myself, but I kind of want to make it and say I made it because of the hard work, not because somebody found me and said like, "Yo, here you go." You know what I mean?
So not because someone picked you up.
Yeah.
You want to get to the point where you can pick someone else up.
Yes.
Okay. All right. How about your friends? What do you think they think about all this?
Shit. They think shit. Not just talking shit. They talk a lot of shit.
Yeah?
They do. Talk about every single one of them. And it's good and it's bad. Like, they just talk a lot of, I don't know if I can say shit on this, but I've said it like probably like 4 times.
In like a second, yeah.
So they talk a lot of
smack.
You know? But they give me the feedback, they give me the criticism, they give me everything. Like, yesterday, I played some music for my boys, and then they were listening to it, and the one of my boys, he's a barber, so he was cutting my hair, and I'm listening to it. He literally put stop cutting my hair because like, "Yo, you heard that part?" I'm like over here like, "Yo, I need my cut. It's New Year's Eve." And he's just there getting hyped, and then but like at the same time as I saw him getting hyped, like, it was just like, damn, like it's crazy, because it's like the best supporters you can have are the people that surround you, because like you're always with them or they're always around, so they motivate you, they push you to be better. Because I'm here, like I've had people that sit down and I'll try to work on music and be like, oh, don't do that now, let's go and let's just have fun. And I'll be like, yo, but this is my life. You know what I mean? Like if you want to go and have fun, go ahead. I'm gonna have fun after I'm done with my job. My job comes first, because it's like, if I don't do this, then there's no point for me. Like you will see me at McDonald's for the rest of my life. It's either music or I'm comfortable where I'm at.
All right. So now I went through everything I wanted to ask and really know about. What do you want people to know about you and your music and just your everyday life? Like, if you had 10 minutes to just talk to people, or 5 minutes, what would you want people to know?
I want them to know dreams are real.
Okay. What does that mean?
Nothing is ever a lie. If you believe in it, you can make it happen. Just keep on going for it. It could be the craziest thing. Doesn't matter what it is. If you have faith that it can be real, you can make it real. But then always remember where you come from. Never forget where you come from. Because once you let go of that little piece that made you what you are, you're not gonna make it to where you want to be. It doesn't matter how you see it. You're not gonna make it to where you want to be. Because I've seen like some of my friends that do music, that they're humble, and then they were humble, and then now they're not, and they blew up, but then they haven't left. They're still here. Like I'm not trying to trash talk none of them, but it's like I'm still living in Lawrence. Obviously, I want to move, but just the other day I thought about it. If I become like the next, like Michael Jackson, the next like Chris Brown, I'm still gonna be in Lawrence, cause that's where I came from. Like that's where I came from, and I think that's where I'm gonna end. And that's my end. Never give up, never stop believing, never stop dreaming. Remember, Martin Luther King had a dream, and that's why we are who we are today.
All right. What's your stage name?
It is Josue Cruz. Find me anywhere you want. Social media, and Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. You just write Josue Cruz, you'll find me. But on social media, you gotta put the word "it's." It's Josue Cruz.
I'll tag it in there at the end. I'll put in the description everything for everyone who wants to follow, like, whatever it is kids do nowadays.
Follow my everyday life.
Yeah.
Follow my everyday life is not something I recommend, because it gets wild.
It gets wild?
It
All
gets
right.
wild.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see some of that soon. All right. Well, thank you for your time. And, yeah, this is it.
It's a wrap. Thank you for vibing with Alex. My name is Josue Cruz.
Haven't heard a word from her, not a single word, and no one to tell me. Been a while that I've been out around my town, since the time that she just left me. I see her where I go when I'm alone, don't think this is healthy.